Hi, Chaplain Kitchens. I'm so sorry I'm unable to be with you at the summit meeting. I'm currently at well, I'm not right now because I'm making this video, but I will be in August at our national conference, so I'm required to be there. But I did want to go over a few things in terms of the Civil Air Patrol Chaplain Corps to give the summit participants an idea of what's going on. Um, Civil Air Patrol Chaplain Corps. We have about 332 chaplains right now, and 737 of what we call our chaplain assistants. We call them character development instructors, and they work with us as our assistants. And it's really an amazing program that we have within CAP and also what we do for the Air Force. Our motto is Volunteers Serving America's communities, saving lives, and shaping futures. And I like that. I really do like the involvement that we're able to have with our young people in our cadet program, as well as all the other things that we do. Just to give you a quick little update, our CAPUSAC people will give you more information, but we have about 63,650 members. 27,810 of those are cadets, and then the adults that they call senior members. Most of us hate that term, senior members, but about 25,000 plus of those. We have about 1,300 units that are spread out all over the United States. And we have about 61% of them covered with our chaplains and our chaplain assistants. We have a lot of aircraft, 542 of them or so, 52 gliders, and over about 1,000, over a little over 1,000 vehicles that we use for transport. Our units are spread all over the United States. Our states are called wings. So we have 8 regions with different wings in them. We have some units in Japan, I think 3 in Japan and 2 in Germany. So we have quite a few that we're able to provide our chaplain care to. And in our cadet training, our cadet programs, we talk to them a lot about the Air Force. But our cadet training pays off. Some of our former cadets, kind of famous in the past, Air Force Major Nicole Malachowski, she was the first female pilot in the Thunderbirds. And Air Force Major Kim Campbell, she flew combat missions, and she safely landed a very heavily damaged A-10 that had sustained some hostile fire over in Iraq. Both of them were CAP cadets, and we have quite a few others that are currently in the Air Force and other branches of the military. I was in the Air Force for 11 years, served a couple of tours in Vietnam as a flight nurse, and all that time in the Air Force, I never heard of Civil Air Patrol. So I hope we can get that message out. If you're on active duty, you can be able to serve in CAP also. And the little difference is our chaplains have to meet the same requirements as the Air Force chaplains do, the military chaplains. And the only thing is that we don't have the physical requirements or the age requirements. So I always laugh with our Air Force chaplains. I always say in CAP, you can serve in CAP as a chaplain until you die, but that's for another conversation. But we do have what we do in terms of our organization. We have our cadet character development programs, our chaplains. We teach that. It's a developed program that we have. One of the meetings, our units meet on one evening a week, all month long, and each evening is devoted to something different: aerospace, physical fitness, and character development, and leadership. So there's different subject areas that are taught by different individuals, including our cadets. So we have that. We also have our senior member character development program. We want to make sure that they're all on the same page with that. We have our emergency services training program, and that's out in Indiana, the NISA Services Training Program. We also have our resilience training program. That resilience is huge in our military and also in our Civil Air Patrol. We have an individual out at Edwards Air Force Base that is working to have the master resilience training, and we're able to provide some of those services with that. We have our training involves a lot of things with professional development. We continue to remain updated. We have our chaplain regional staff colleges, so our chaplains are required to attend those. We also have the Chaplain Corps College, which I'm really excited about its growth and its development, where we have our courses that are the same basic courses that the Air Force chaplains have. And our graduation is at Maxwell Air Force Base, and they spend the last week of their training with our Air Force compadres. So I'm excited about that, to be able to do that. In order to do that, the reason we have that training is that one of the missions that we do for our Air Force right now is that we help cover the VA funerals. We're training our chaplains in military honors. Some of us have had that training years ago, and we've done many military funerals. We also are able to help out with covering some of the ROTC units. We have our training for that, and we've had some requests come in for some of our chaplains. We're able to cover that for you. And we have board certified chaplain training. It's also VA recognized. That's recently been started up. And also, we're starting something new. It's just in the beginning stages. The Air Force Reserve chaplains and chaplain candidates can work with us with our cadets and in some of our units for points, just like they do in other areas. So we will be working that. Chaplain Minor, my exec officer, is working on that with you guys. And we have what we call the CREEL, which is the Center for Religion, Ethics, and Excellence in Leadership. And we have a lot of our excellent chaplains. Many of them are former Air Force chaplains, and they've gathered together and they work on different projects and things to receive the benefit of these things in terms of research on ethics and religion and excellence in the leadership in the Chaplain Corps. And we covered we have the virtual incident command post. Our chaplains cover that also, and they do that online every single evening. So we're able to cover that, and that's an overview of all the missions and the things that were done for CAP. We also have a number of AFAM missions. I sent some things over to Chaplain Kitchens that gives tremendous details on that, but we support the troops at Pope Air Force Base and in Ohio, and the one I told you out at Edwards, also with the VA and the Home Center and the ROTC. We support the ANG at Boise. I did 5 years myself with the Florida Army National Guard through CAP, 2006 to 2010, when a lot of their chaplains were deployed over to Iraq and Afghanistan. So we were able to fill in for some of them. We have support for the U.S. Space Force, STARCOM, etc. out at Maxwell and out there at McCord. So we have a number of our chaplains helping you guys, and we'll do that as much as we can. I really am very, very actively involved in recruiting our chaplains. It's such a marvelous mission to work with our young cadets to help lead the next set of the leaders in all of the portions of the military and in our society and business and education, and just all the parts and pieces of our society. So it's a real joy to be involved and have a finger on the pulse of that, and to be involved in leading them in a right and a proper way, and to put our concentration also on resilience and the things that we do. But we have a disaster mission. We have a mission with Homeland Security. So there's so many things that Civil Air Patrol does. But the Chaplain Corps specifically, we are helping our Reserve and National Guard compadres as much as possible. Chaplain Kitchens and I have had many good conversations on that, and we're working out some more of the details. So as I said, I have sent on a little bit more detailed report to Chaplain Kitchens. I hope this has been helpful in understanding what we do as the Chaplain Corps and CAP, and what Civil Air Patrol in general does. And I'm sure our CAPUSAF wonderful people will be able to continue with that. So I just am so sad I'm not there to answer any questions and to be there at the summit, but anything can be fielded through Chaplain Kitchens and his staff, and we'll be glad to answer that for you. Thank you so much. Thank you all for your service, and God bless you.